I can't deal with this anymore. Literally, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't watch this anymore. I have to say something.
Are you a Radiohead guy, Ian? I'm not. I've never been a Radiohead guy. Anisha was like, oh, Radiohead's so great. I listened to a couple songs. I'm like, oh, yeah, Radiohead is great. And then we get some info that Radiohead is a little bit like Zionist coded.
You know, last week I started praying for you, Ian, Idubbbz, and I'm not even religious anymore because I genuinely want you to see the light, that you are in an abusive relationship cycle here, and that there is nothing that anybody can say, and I know I'm gonna make a lot of presumptions and assumptions in this. There's nothing anybody can say that will not convince me that Ian, Idubbbz, is in an abusive relationship, and his wife, Anissa, is a horrible, dreadful, despicable, toxic, destructive leech of a woman who has taken every piece of agency from Ian as a man.
She would tell Ian when he was tired. One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian was hungry.
I just want to ask you if you've always been shitting your pants. Because since I've known you, you've always had like the IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, someone said pick 3 words to describe your fashion, and that's like how you can like work on your fashion. So for Ian, for example, I would say trashy or trailer park would be one, untucked or like a bit unorganized, and simple.
COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. And like,
see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have.
And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anissa, and like I wasn't.
You'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, he like said
that.
stuff like that. Haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Ian is very malleable. He's the friend in high school who ditches his friend group when he gets his first girlfriend. No, like actually. He missed his best friend's wedding for his wife's tattoo appointment.
Incredibly negative person. I'm very like doom heavy. Ian keeps me on a leash, okay? And I'm okay with that because I need to be on a leash because I am unhinged. I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you would cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life and you have cried.
Yeah, I'm an angry bitch.
One time after we were together in Edmonton, you said, "I don't want to talk to you," and hung up the phone. And I was like, holy shit, what's going on? Like I was panicking. So I contacted his mom and she was like, he needs to know that you are going to like let him exist, that you're not going to like make this a problem, that he has the freedom to like do what he needs to do. So she was like, do not contact him until he contacts you. And for 2 weeks, I managed to not reach out once. It was the hardest thing I had ever done. I literally felt...
She would tell Ian when he was tired. One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian was hungry.
I have a kinesiology background, nutrition background, so I'm able to kind of like help.
She was guiding me the whole time, tell me what to eat, when to eat.
I got diagnosed with ADHD.
Well, he said after the first session he knew that you had ADHD, but after the second session he really knew.
He really knew. Yeah.
Said that like her mom only had 2 expectations for her to marry someone that was rich and also to be of her religion, right? And so she said that and Anissa goes, "Well, I mean, I didn't get someone that was of my religion, but at least I got one part of it right. He's rich."
It's not Ian anymore. I don't know what this version of who you are is, and let me clarify. I support progression. I support growth. If people want to condemn their old videos, I have old videos that I'm not proud of that are still on my channel. That's fine. People grow. People grow past things, right? But this is not one of those instances of growing. This is an instance, this is a situation where you have a wife where the man is so obsessed and is so embedded and ingrained in a relationship to a point that they put their partner on a pedestal that not only can they do no wrong, that anything that their partner thinks, believes, or says, they have to automatically think or believe or do what their partner, girlfriend, boyfriend thinks or reflects, or any thought process that is not in line with their partner. They can't have an original thought. They can't be their own person with their own perspectives, their own opinions. It is literal what I call relationship brain rot, where a man or woman, their partner is so englamored and it's stuck with their obsession of their partner that they they lose who they are as a person, as a man, as a woman, right? And I can't sit back and ignore this anymore, because this clip was the final nail in the coffin for me, and it is despicable that you think like, as somebody who used to be so logical, somebody who used to make such good content, this is where you've stemmed to a point of where I can't listen to them anymore. You know, it's always the Jews putting secret messages in all of their music. It's the Jews that really started Pizzagate. Well, let's just think about what you just said, all right? Anissa let you know that Radiohead is part of the Zionist movement. Like, it's like you start using this word like you've never used it in your whole goddamn life, but now all of a sudden, the last 6 months, you're a Zionist expert. You know, I've been accused of being a Zionist because my name is Repsion, because it has Zion in it. Like, how stupid can people be? But the point being here, right, is that, did you know, let me just educate you, Ian, Idubbbz, and your wife, Anissa, since you want to play this virtual signaling bullshit that I'm sick and tired of you spewing out of your fucking toxic mouth, right? OnlyFans creator pledged $11 million to Israel, pro-Israel, right? Which is hilarious to me. It's hilarious because you have the fucking balls, or lack thereof, to sit in front of a camera and be like, I don't listen to them anymore because there's some hidden Zionist message in their music, or they support Israel, or they support something that I don't like. Therefore, I'm never going to listen to the music ever again. That's not cool. Well, you know what? Apply that same logic to OnlyFans. Apply it, Ian, but you won't do that because your wife, who has an OnlyFans, and mind you, before anybody attacks me for this, I have an OF myself. So shut the fuck up. Don't even attempt to go there and say that I'm trying to shame somebody for doing sexy work online. I have one too. I've had one since 2019. I'm not shaming anybody for doing that. I'm bringing it up because realistically, logically, if what you're saying here is that you're not going to listen to this band because of some Zionistic or whatever, then your partner and you should not be on OnlyFans because the creator pledged $11 million. So that would make you a hypocrite. That would make you having a double standard. It's no different than those idiots who like get really mad at the company that makes Oreos, right? Because Oreos did a rainbow Oreo color flavor, right? And they were like, I'm protesting Oreos. I don't like the gay people, whatever, right? They protested Oreos. But little do they know, these stupid motherfuckers, is that deep down to the core, right? The company that owns Oreos owns like 50% of the food industry when it comes to snacks. Okay, so realistically, you have to eliminate every single product down the line, and not just Oreos, but everything else that company owns. So realistically, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're in an abusive, toxic relationship that you at this point still can't see because you're drowning. You're drowning. You are drowning in this woman's whatever she produces. I don't know. Toxic fumes. I mean, this woman doesn't respect you at all, Ian. Do you not understand that? You are literally laughed and ridiculed so much on the internet. You went from being somebody who was well respected to literally to somebody who isn't a man, isn't just even like an actual just man in the simplest forms of like being who you are. You know, I can't imagine being a man and having things that you really, really enjoy to do as a guy, and a woman or man comes along, and this goes both genders, comes along, and then the things that you really enjoy, you stop enjoying them because of your partner. That is sad, and you know what's crazy? It's sad because I've been there. I was in a relationship once in my life where I was where Ian is right now. I got out of that, thankfully. I saw it for what it was. I left, but it's draining. It is draining. It is destructive. You are not healthy. You're not. I can tell you're not healthy. This is your wife doesn't respect you. Your wife doesn't care about. Why would your wife respect or care about you when she talks openly garbage about you online and says horrific things back in the Discord logs? If you've ever seen Anissa bash Ian, this was back in 2017, 2018, right? When she makes fun of your that you smell. Who says that about their partner? Yeah, she was live and told people that my partner smells and stinks. Like, that is so disrespectful. You just sit there and you take it like, you don't want to use those words. You take it like a lost puppy that doesn't know how to do anything. It doesn't know how to eat. It doesn't know how to go outside and go to the bathroom. It has to be coddled with a leash. You are literally... This is you on the ground, okay? She's walking around like this, and you're on the ground like a dog, slurping every goddamn piece of dirt that falls on the ground from her dirty feet. That's you, Ian. And I can't do it anymore. I can't not make a video and vocalize this. And it makes me sad. It genuinely makes me sad that I have witnessed this man become something that he is not. And again, I want to go back to the point. I encourage growth and change and people developing and growing past their old content. But this is not that. This is somebody who is in an abusive marriage. And you will not convince me otherwise that Anissa is not an abusive, manipulating, gaslighting, horrible woman. I mean, this is the same woman who has Creator Clash completely failed, where all the money, all this charity money didn't even get used for the charity that they promised people were going to go. This is not a businesswoman. This is a leech, unprofessional businesswoman. This is a woman who doesn't know anything about anything and has only used Ian strictly for her own benefit to gain in the online creator space. I don't like that I'm saying that, but that's the reality. She has built herself up in a very negative way off of Ian's name, and Ian and Idubbbz has fallen down to this level that I've never witnessed, that I didn't think was even attainable in the online world, yet he has done it. And I just need to vocalize that because this made me so angry. It's angry because it's like, imagine, and this is so parasocial what I'm about to say, but imagine having like a best friend, and I don't view Ian this way. I've never even spoken to the man, but imagine having your best friend and you see them in an abusive relationship. They're being mistreated. They're going through horrible things, and you try to help them in every way that you possibly can to get them out of that situation. You explain to them what's going on and what their partner's doing to them is horrible, and they just ignore you. They just complete living in their life of being abused by this one person. Like it's hard to get out of abusive circles like this. It's not easy, especially when a woman has this much grip on you and you can't detach yourself from that. I feel sorry for you, man. I genuinely feel sorry for you. And I want you to get help, and I want you to become whoever that is meant to be. But it's not with this person. It's not with your wife who has made you and disrespected you on levels that I've never witnessed in the online world. And it's a shame that you don't have the balls to stand up for that and say enough is enough and get the fuck out of that relationship.